I spend a lot of time on this channel talking about early retirement. But you know what's more important than early retirement? It's a happy retirement. And that's what today's video is on. So let's go for a walk and talk about what are the things you can do to increase your chance of having the best and the happiest retirement, because ultimately that's what we all want. And I'd like to start with a Harvard study that's taken place over a 70+ year period, where they've studied some of their graduates over their lifetime and evaluated them and said, you know, who are the folks that are the happiest? And the two main findings that this Harvard study shared, and I want to stress, I'm going to be sharing other things, but I want to start off with this Harvard study. The first thing that they found is relationships. I don't think that surprises any of us. We all know that having strong relationships is a key to being happy, whether we're retired or we're working, right? So that's the first thing, is the happier retirees spent more time focusing and building meaningful relationships. And the second one is they had a sense of purpose and a sense of service as they went through their lives. So that was the main finding. I'll just quickly show you, I'm going through an area with a lot of cats. There's more coming up, so if you're a cat fan, keep watching. There's more to a happy retirement than those two things, but those are two really strong keys. Another thing that I've seen, here's two more cats, with happy retirees from my experience, is they spend time working on their fitness and their health. You know, you can have all the money in the world, you can have all the free time in the world, but once you lose your health, you know, it's really hard to enjoy your time, and that's what you want. You want happy time, right? I mean, if I was to lose my health, you know, do I still want to live to be 100 years old? Maybe, because I get to spend time with my kids, but it's not about how much time that you get, it's about how much good time that you get. So just thinking about your health, investing in your health, spending the time both to work out as well as to eat in a healthy way. You know, the reality is there's a lot to balance when we're younger in our lives and we're raising our kids and we're working, and you know, maybe we're trying to level up our skills as well. We're taking some classes. There's not a lot of free time to take care of ourselves, and you know, you do the best that you can. And hopefully you've been able to spend time focusing on taking care of your health and you time, focusing on you. But if not, you know, the first 6 months of retirement, the first year of retirement, maybe one of the big focuses is you look at your health and say, this is a time to recommit to your health and to rejuvenate yourself and to take care of you. Both your physical health as well as your mental health. You know, life is stressful, and we live in a time now, thankfully, where a lot of people, it's much easier and it's more societally acceptable to share if you're having mental health challenges. And you know what? The studies show that more of us have those challenges than don't. So if you're facing, you know, if you're prone to anxiety, if you're prone to depression, you know, take some courses, read some books, work with a therapist, do what you can there, but keep yourself physically healthy and mentally healthy. Okay, the next one is I want you to think about, what are the things that bring you joy in life? What are the things that give you a skip in your step? And for me, for instance, that's travel. And I'll point out, I usually don't share where I'm at, but I let people guess. So this, I will admit, and during the pandemic, the first year of the pandemic, I spent a fair amount of time in Mexico. And I'll give you a hint, this is not Mexico. In fact, it's quite a bit further away. It's about 7,000 miles from where I live. So if you've got any guesses where I'm at, put them in the comments. Okay, let's keep going. So we talked about health, adventure. You know, for me, that's travel, it's meeting new people, it's understanding different cultures. I find, to me, I'm really fascinated by that, right? Our DNA is our hardware. You know, I'm 6 foot tall, I have blue eyes. But the way I interact with people, that is largely programmed. The software of my decision making and how I interact with people is largely determined by my culture, right? I was born and raised in the United States. So for me, you know, efficiency is important, getting things done. But for me, it gives me excitement and energy to learn about other cultures. And we're all different. You know, you do you. Whatever puts a skip in your step is what I think you should do. I also think, you know, we should never outgrow learning in a curious mind. Keeping a curious mind, I think, is super important. Let me see if I can get out of the wind here. I apologize if you can hear the noise. Having a curious mind is really important to enjoying our time and to staying energized and staying excited about the things that we're doing. So that's another thing, is to keep a curious mind. And then I'm going to share with you something. You know, you've heard me talk before about once we get close to 60 years old, unfortunately, most of us have less than 1,000 weeks remaining of healthy, active time. And while we can't necessarily buy more time, I'll let you in on a secret. You can buy more free time. So if there's activities that you're doing that maybe you don't enjoy doing, maybe that's cleaning your house or mowing your lawn or something like that, you can't buy more months in your life, but you can buy more free time by investing and letting somebody else do those tasks that you don't enjoy, right? It's good for the economy. You've worked hard for your money, and you want to be able to, you know, offload some of those things that you don't enjoy doing so that you can save time, so that you can use that time for things that you do enjoy doing. Building relationships, spending time with adult children, going to the gym, working out, cooking in a healthy way. The things that are important, the things that are going to add joy to your life, I think it's a good investment in yourself. You know, when my kids were younger, candidly, I've been mowing the lawn my whole life, probably since I was 8 years old, when my father taught me how to mow the lawn, so that he didn't have to do it. And my girls, they were never really into it, so I wasn't able to pass that on to them. But I don't enjoy mowing the lawn, so you know what? I pay somebody else to mow the lawn now. So things like that, you can buy back your time, and most people really find that to be money very well spent, and they'd much rather pay somebody else than do that. And you know, there's some things that we gain in retirement, but there's also some things that we lose in retirement. And that's what this video is up here. It's called Poof. Poof. 5 things that vanish when you retire. It's really important that you're not surprised in retirement. So watch this video here. Poof. 5 things that vanish when you retire. And thanks for watching this video. Bye-bye.